Welcome to the show. I'm Eric Spinner. I will be your host for this month's Veterans News. My co-host will be Rob Ryan. Rob, good to see you again.
How are you?
And our guest will be Lonnie Sherman from General Needs. Lonnie, we will get to you shortly.
Thank you.
Lonnie.
Hey, Rob.
Okay, first a couple of thank yous. I want to thank Erica Bradley of North Shore TV for the use of her studio here in Lake Success, and to Rebecca Levine for her professional advice. Our guest today is Lonnie Sherman, co-founder of General Needs, an organization that provides clothing and other services to needy veterans. We will talk to our guest in just a few minutes, but first let's remember some of the veterans who died recently. 3 members of the Greens HOA Veterans Group passed away: Bernard Gerald, Mike Borsick, and Ed Alter, all of whom served in the Quartermaster Corps at both Fort Drum, New York, and Fort Lee, Virginia. Robert Scullin was 100 years old, a World War II veteran who was drafted into the Army at the end of the war, and his job was to muster out those who saw action. He had 17 great-grandchildren. Oh, what a family man. Alvin Locke was 80 years old. He served in the Army in Vietnam. Some memories never left Alvin, but his slogan was, "Strangers are only friends we haven't met yet." William Ambrose was a Marine, a railroad worker for 30 years, and worked for the village of East Hills. Joseph Connolly of Ridge was a 40-year veteran of the Syosset Fire Department and a proud veteran of the U.S. Navy. We also lost just recently 105-year-old World War II veteran Tony Catalano from Williston Park, member of the Williston Post, who was in the tank corps with General Patton in World War II and went all the way through the Battle of the Bulge. God bless you, Tony. We're going to miss you. Now it's time for our guest, Lonnie Sherman. Lonnie, well, we all know you from a previous interview, and I'm curious what got you into this business and how you started out in the first place.
I think it was a need. But before we get into that, we actually lost another Army veteran this morning. I got a text from Robert Bastille, who is an Army veteran and 101st Airborne. Succumbed to an illness this morning, and we lost him. I just wanted to mention that.
Absolutely.
How do we start General Needs? Or how do we start me being the underwear man, which I was first before I was in General Needs? Met a dentist who would go out and make hot meals for the veterans that were living at the Northport shelter, which was the Sally at the time, Salvation Army. And I would come and help him serve some dinners, and I'm not good at that. But I'm good at talking to the people in front of me. And I was talking to a young man, and he said, "I don't have any underwear." And I'm like, "What do you mean? You look pretty well dressed, but, you know, we all donate our coats, we all donate our jeans, but nobody donates their old underwear and socks and T-shirts." I was really shocked that that was reality, and I remember I ran out that night. I don't remember if it was Target or Walmart or somewhere, and I got a package of underwear, and I brought it right back to that veteran. It gave birth to us giving tens of thousands of pairs of underwear out to vets throughout the tri-state area as we continue to grow, and along with socks and underwear. How basic of a need is that? You know, got tired of being called Captain Underpants. You know, you veterans are a tough crowd. I'm really proud to be here with you guys today. I didn't want to make that point. You guys are my heroes, and that's one of the reasons General Needs is around.
Well, let me tell you something. You're our hero because
yes,
what you've done over these years has been an absolutely incredible work. What you do to the community, for the community, what you do for veterans, it's we're very proud to have you here today.
Thank you. No, we're proud to be here. Thank you, gentlemen.
What did you do? What did you do for a living before?
I'm a financial person. I ran a financial firm in New York City, insurance, investment, pension plans, and that's how I actually met the doctor who got me involved with General Needs, Dr. Ray Muscolo. I was working a dental show, and he got all the stuff on the table, and giving everything away so somebody stops by. And Dr. Ray came over. He says, "I want all the stuff on your table." I'm like, "What for?" He says, "I go feed homeless vets at the Northport VA." That word in my mind still does not make sense. Homelessness and vet shouldn't be in the same sentence. Okay, it shouldn't be a reality. The government should do a better job taking care of the vets, but I guess they're doing the best they can. We're going to fill in where they're not able to get the job done.
So, and you felt that you could best get the job done by providing basic needs?
I felt I had to do something.
We got general needs.
Yeah.
How did the general needs come about?
Again, Captain Underpants had to be a better name.
Okay, perfect.
And my wife sat at the kitchen table and we sat to talked about names for like we do everything else.
Yes.
And we came up with general needs because it's basic needs. And everything we still do, we do so much more now than besides the old underwear, socks and t-shirt duffels that we do. It's all a general need. We talk about when a vet leaves a homeless shelter and we provide the bed that he's going to or she is going to sleep on. Isn't a bed a general need? Don't you need a bed to sleep on?
Absolutely.
Don't you need a pillow and a pillowcase? Don't you need measuring cups in your kitchen? You know, so we talk about how we do these welcome home kits all the time, which is basically general needs' biggest project now.
So how do you know who gets what? How do you distribute the goods?
Great, thank you. We get a referral from the VA. We get a referral from the HUD-VASH program at the VA.
Okay.
We get proof of military service with military ID, DD-214. We find out who that veteran is. And we find out when they're getting their apartment. Actually, there's 2 vets getting an apartment between yesterday and I think Wednesday. And we'll furnish those apartments with a brand new bed and pull-out couch, and we've evolved and so much more for vets getting their own place at this point.
So when I first met you,
Yeah.
I went out to your facility out in East Northport. Mike Felix was telling me all about you. I was really looking forward to meeting you. And what I saw was probably 6 storage units filled stem to stern, floor to ceiling, of every kind of, whether it's t-shirts, socks, or underwear, or whether it was bedding, or whether it was appliances.
Yeah.
So many different things, each room having a specific purpose.
Yes.
Which you, by now, you probably have to be outgrowing this. I mean,
We're absolutely outgrowing it. We're looking for a place now. We're trying to find a place. We thought we found something that might have fallen through. I will check in the next couple of days.
But
we need our own facility.
So all these categories, you basically started off putting a duffel bag together with t-shirts, socks, and underwear as a basic need. How did it become beds? How did it become?
Well, we basically started off actually with a shopping bag from Trader Joe's, putting a half a dozen, you know, between t-shirts and socks and underwear, brand new in there. And it's grown to now a duffel bag, which will do about 1,000. But I think what we've done well, and what General Needs is, continues to do well, is we come, we watch, we see what a need is, then we adapt and we try to grow into what we need to provide for the vets in the future. So we started doing underwear, socks, and t-shirts, and I got a call from the woman running the shelter at the time, and she said, "Hey, Lonnie, it's November. Can you do something about the, you'd bring in underwear, but the guys had flip-flops on and it's cold out. Can you do something about that?" And I met some people from Rotary, a good friend of mine, and we went to 2 different Costco's, and we got about 50 pair of boots. We gave those boots out. Guess what happened when we gave out the boots? Half a dozen guys at the VA got jobs. They had a pair of boots that they can go out in the snow and be warm and basically be safe. No flip-flops in December.
Yeah, one thing leads to another.
So that was the growth, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect lead in. It's like a setup over here, Eric. We said, wow, boots can do this. What about it? Let's get these guys a coat. You know, maybe a coat will make a difference. And so we did 50 coats that year. And I remember talking to a couple of vets, and they said, you know, I got a pair of boots. I had a coat. I went out and got a job. And then we talk about how we're going to do it. We're not collecting used coats. We're not collecting somebody's hand-me-down. Everything we do is brand new. We used to call it distribution with dignity. Because how do you feel when you get that hand-me-down coat, especially if you're in a bad place mentally at the time, or you're down or you're depressed? I remember I got hand-me-downs as a kid. It was great having a coat that was my brother's. But boy, when you got something new, how did you feel? So that becomes part of what we do at General Needs as well. And I guess to date, we've done thousands of coats. In 2024, we did a really specific, awesome project on awareness. We gave over 2,024 brand new coats out.
Wow.
We gave over 2,024 brand new pair of boots, and just about 2,000 brand new bed gear pillows, which is one of our partners, which we did a study on. And we had a young kid working with us who was doing a college thesis paper, and you did a study of what good night's sleep does toward mental illness. And we decided the pillows would be our project at that point. Reason we did 2024, the last 3 months of 2024, is that's the amount of veterans we lost to suicide. 22 a day, which is kind of an accepted number.
Yes.
People, the government might come back and say it's 18, and it's really this, it's that. 22 is kind of an accepted number. I've heard that the statistics out there that's even up to 40.
Yeah, it is high.
But we'll accept 22. 2,024 veterans. In the last 3 months of 2024, we lost to suicide. The miracle was I got to meet vets in Maine, New Hampshire, Long Island, a lot in Suffolk County, a lot in Nassau County. But I'm in a shelter. And I'm in a shelter, I think one of the last ones we went to was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And I said, okay, well, I'm giving you this great new coat. I'm giving you this great pair of boots. And you got to see this pillow. This pillow is almost $100 in the store right now. And I said, you guys are going to have to pay for this. And they're like, you guys are a tough crowd. I'm sorry. But like, what do you mean we got to pay for this? And if you're watching this show, this is how you guys are going to pay for this as well. You got to do a buddy check. You got to check on your friends. You got to check on your neighbors. You got to check on your family. And ask them if they're okay. And if they give you an okay, yeah, things are okay, are you really okay? Because we can prevent some of those 22 numbers by just checking on our friends and family. Mental illness in this country is at a pace that I don't even want to talk about now. And getting help with mental illness in this country is even tougher than that. So if we can buy a pillow or a coat or a pair of boots, say, we love you, we want you to be okay, we're here for you, that's kind of what General Needs is about.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to say, how are you?
No, it doesn't. And we need to do that more. So I'm looking at you guys on the camera here, behind the camera. Like, who's this wacko Lonnie guy? You guys have all seen me around. Can you do a buddy check? We need to do those buddy checks all the time. To friends, family. From outside, people might look like they're okay, but you don't know what families are going through. You don't know what they're feeling right now, and we want people to be there. That's how we've adapted.
Yeah. Well, the sensitivity to what somebody's going through is something you acquire.
Right.
I was a teacher for 37 years. I dealt with it every day.
I always thought you were 28.
I wish. I wish. That passed about 50 years ago. Yeah, those who have anything in their hearts are sensitive to what their conversations yield.
Right.
If you listen to somebody closely enough, you can pick up nuances of what their mood is. And that should prompt a question.
How are you?
Yeah. It's the basis of the American Legion's Be the One campaign. It's the same thing. We want to head off those problems before they hit us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't afford to lose anymore. They've served us in active combat. They have served us as first responders. How do we recognize that they are stressed out and in danger?
Yeah, we just try to listen.
Have to go.
We just try to listen.
Yeah.
And that's our mission of the Welcome Home Kit. That's really the mission of the duffels.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a shelter, and I'm in a shelter in Brooklyn, and we're handing out the duffel with the socks and underwear, the toiletries, we get to look at a veteran and we go, here, thank you, you're my hero.
Right.
This is a reset. You're here. Your life's going to be back together in the near future. We care for you. We're here for you. What else can we do? So
about 2 months ago, you had a special event in a parking lot where you were handing out all kinds of cleaning supplies and mops and buckets and you name it. What was that all about? What was that? Do you have a name for that?
Those events happen all over Long Island, and we've created them. That was actually called a warm-up event or a vet cleanup event. But we've been doing stand-downs within our area out in Riverhead. We do in Freeport every year. And we feel they're important.
What is a stand-down? A
stand-down, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because you're the experts about this. Supposedly after Korea or Vietnam, standing down is you stood down from battle. So you're coming back to non-fighting, you're coming back to the United States, you're going to come back to your family again, and we're going to have like a little trade show. And you're going to get a haircut, we're going to find out how to get a VA loan, we're going to find out how you get jobs. It's a little event that we're going to show you that we can get back and what we care for you. We did them for a while as a country, and different VFWs did them, different counties did them. Then they kind of stopped. And then over the past decade or two, they've come back into being. And there's a lot of controversy in stand-downs. We'll go there right now. Because we're going to do a stand-down, and somebody's driving through the stand-down with a $200,000 car. And we say, well, does that person really need that free pillow? Or those free sneakers? Well, we don't know what their reality is.
Yeah.
And if we can do that stand down, even if we're giving 600 pair of boots out and the 601st veteran is the one that we're going to get through to that day and make him or her feel that they're cared for, isn't that whole stand down worth it?
Now, but the specific stand down, when you have these events, what you're giving out boots? Are there
boots,
other,
coats, there's
are there other organizations that are involved?
There's other organizations that are involved.
They also bring things to the.
They bring things. Long Island Cares and Island Harvest have been great supporters of us. There's different groups from Vietnam, VFW and
VFW,
Vietnam.
VWVA.
Right, they've been there. I'm proud to say that General Needs has been the main part of the stand downs for Nassau and Suffolk County for the past 5 years.
Got it.
Thank you, sir. It's been great to do that. We're going to try to make a difference and keep doing those. So it's really the stand downs for us, how we think about it, is if we can get to that one vet, the one vet that we're trying to make a difference. Remember, if you were with us when we gave out the mops and the cleaning stuff, and a World War II vet came driving through.
Correct.
Okay, and we all sat there and we got to meet that veteran and say thank you for your service, and it was wonderful to do that. So we really, for us today, guys, the veteran community kind of knows who General Needs is, especially in this area. We need your help behind the camera. Not my friend Mike who's over there. We talk personally. We need your help introducing General Needs to other organizations. You know, how can we find more boots? How can we find clothes? I know we're working together to find coats and clothing for this year, and you're going to work hard with that one.
We're going to come through on that.
But how do we get to more of these men and women? Imagine being in a mountain. I'm in a mountain in actually New Jersey, Clinton, New Jersey. And there's a shelter we just started going to about a year ago.
Yes.
It's up on the top of a mountain in Clinton. It was an old sanitarium. I figured that one out because the road going up there was called Sanitarium Drive. But they turned it into a shelter. There's a veteran that I know there named Gunny. Well, Gunny was there when the barracks got blown up in Beirut.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, a traumatic experience for him.
Yeah.
He survived it. Okay? But the two buddies that he left in his barracks, listening to his stereo, because he got a new stereo, nothing was left. Okay? So Gunny's been battling literally PTSD and illness for the past 40 years.
He must have been all of 19 or 20 years old at the time.
We're all kids, right? We're all kids.
What a way to start your military career.
We're all kids.
Yeah.
You know, so he's in shelters. He's been in shelter. I've known him for 7 or 8 years, and he was in a residence area. He's got a dog that really helps him survive, and the companies that offer dogs and help veterans get these new dogs are incredible. We need to all work together more, I think.
Yes.
And Nassau County does a great job. We have a monthly meeting here, and everybody gets to talk about what's going on. But we all need to work together more to see if we can make a difference to save one more vet. Now, if we can save one.
You're going, well, I'm hearing you say not only is it Nassau and Suffolk County, but you're going to Pennsylvania?
Going to Pennsylvania,
so
Maine.
how do you manage that border? That's a huge geographical area.
We don't do it often, but we try to do it when we work on special projects. We'll try to do it in the fall. And we have shelters that we worked with in New Hampshire, in Maine, in Vermont that are just fantastic. We work with a shelter in Vermont. It's again, everything's on a mountain. I don't know why they put vets on mountains all the time. But one woman, she actually just retired. Somebody's going to take over. She took care of 20 vets on her own in this house that was converted to a shelter. She had 20 vets in the shelter. Then she has about 8 to 10 vets that won't actually come indoors. They'll still live in the woods. They'll live in the mountains. And we brought up sleeping bags. We brought up blankets. We brought coats, boots. It was an amazing opportunity to sit there. And you know, last time we went up, we brought pizza. Well, actually, we said we're going to order pizza. And we had a great time sitting down with the men and women. And the pizza was terrible. Okay, they don't have any clue on what pizza is in Vermont. The pizza was terrible. I'm like, dude, I'm paying for this stuff, guys, but your pizza sucks. But it was what a privilege to do that. What a privilege to meet those men. There's a shelter we work with that's in New Hampshire. What a wonderful facility. What a wonderful facility. The women that run it like you're coming into a bed and breakfast. And when the vet comes in, if the vet has a job, they treat them like, wow, you're part of the family. We're so happy to see you. They have a service animal there. We've got to see some amazing things. And some of the shelters are not so terrific. I think maybe one of the things, guys, you tell me if I'm right or wrong, I should be like the reviewer for shelters, for veterans. You know, I've been in every place. There's places in Queens, they won't let us even go in the door anymore. They don't want to see us what's going on behind the curtain. So maybe we need to do a general needs review. We sneak in and we say, your shelter sucks, or your shelter is really great.
Yeah. When I was up at your place in East Northport, I had a chance to meet your staff.
Yeah.
All of your volunteers. There had to be 30 people there that day. Maybe a Wednesday sounds right?
Wednesdays at Westies.
So, I mean, these, not only do they love you and what you're all about, but they love what they're doing, and they love what they're all about when they're working on those Wednesdays, sorting through a myriad of everything, just making it make sense, and then putting it in the appropriate storage bin so that everything is organized. This is you've developed a great team.
Well, early on, we were doing the shopping bags, and we have a couple more minutes. We went to a shelter, and we had our, so Susan and I were so happy. And Susan deserves every credit for General Needs. I drive the truck. She's the brains. Susan Sherman, the co-founder of General Needs. So we had a Trader Joe's shopping bag. We had, neatly a little package of underwear, a little package of T-shirts. We had the hotel, the shampoo and the soap at that point. We're just getting started, and we did this all on our own. This wasn't a charity. It was Susan and I. We had everything lined up on a really nice tablecloth. When the vets had finished eating dinner at Northport, Building 11, it was Salvation Army, they would come out and they would take our bags. Another well-organized group, or deserving group, came in and they said, well, everybody in the group clean out your closets, okay? And everybody cleaned out their closets, and the stuff was nice, but they took it and they dumped it on the floor, okay, on a big, a tarp or something.
Right.
The vets came out of the dinner, they walked by us, they walked by them, they took nothing. It felt disrespectful.
Okay.
It felt like, why did you know? So you don't want this anymore, so now you're going to give it to me?
Right. Don't make me a garbage picker.
Okay. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think why we organize it is everything we hand out. When we go do one of these distributions at a shelter, two people, Margaret and Susan, are really all over this. We have to put out a tablecloth. And then we put the boots on the tablecloth. We put the sneakers or socks or duffels or whatever we're doing. It's all about presentation. Think about getting a holiday gift. It's all about wrapping it up, putting the bow on it, which we've done. We've done Christmas gifts for veterans. One of the most awesome projects we just started doing is we started bringing toys to shelters. And I was turning toys down forever. And I didn't know what to do with a toy. I'm like, okay, we have a bunch of toys. Let's go to a shelter. We'll bring wrapping paper, and we'll bring little thank you cards. And we came with unwrapped toys, and we went to a shelter once or twice. And the vets were so happy that they were able to get a toy for their own family, and they can give something back.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm here, but I've been taking. Now I can give something back to somebody. We met just this Christmas, somebody in Brooklyn. He took like 3 or 4 toys because he volunteers at a church. He called the church and he said, you can't believe what they're doing. They're giving me something that I can give to kids that come into the church. So it's really about changing lives and being there for them. And we need you guys. We need you guys. We need you guys behind the camera. How do we keep doing this? And I know I'm not a vet.
So what do you want for 2027 for General Needs to become? What's the future going to look like? We're
going to look at hiring some people that work within the social work world with us. Because once we put these vets in their own apartments, we'd like to be doing some follow-ups.
Okay.
We will look at some other projects, and what we do is we watch where the need is, and we try to achieve it. We need to triple the amount of money we raise. We need to become more of a household name here. Because everybody, God knows, we do what we say we're going to do. That's why this little organization, General Needs, the VA calls us. We, amazingly enough, when the VA can't put teeth back in a veteran's mouth, they call General Needs. And I get a call from the VA, hey, Lonnie, can you help get teeth for this guy we know? We can't do it. I'm like, wait, you can't do it? What kind of budget do you got? I got like 11 cents.
Oh, my God.
But we've actually been putting teeth back in vets' mouths. We're going to be handing out sneakers on the 18th of July. We're going to be in Eisenhower Park, I think Field 3. Nassau County Vets Association has information on it.
I think Field 5 is the long one that they usually drive through.
It's going to be probably
Field
5, right?
Yeah.
We're doing sneakers. Long Island Cares is going to be there with food, the produce truck. We're going to do these wonderful hats behind us. If you're a vet, come on in and get one of these hats.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun day with some other cleaning equipment that we have from from Home Depot.
So many classifications that,
Oh, it doesn't stop.
that you just mentioned. So general needs is what?
General needs. It's really, if you're a vet and we need to be there for you, we're going to be there for you.
Yeah, you've run the gamut all the way through, because I remember when you first started coming to the stand downs.
Yeah, we have.
And you started off with hats, and then you went to sneakers. This has grown geometrically.
It's been a blessing that we can do this.
Yeah.
It really has been.
Yeah.
I've seen you come up, I work with about 6 or 7 different nonprofits. You are without, I mean, that's no knock on any of the others. They're
No,
all
they all do
great.
great
They're
stuff.
all doing wonderful things. But what you're doing is just, it's God's work.
Close your eyes and imagine not having underwear.
Yeah,
Close your eyes and imagine going home and sleeping on the floor.
yeah.
Does a vet deserve that after leaving a shelter? We make sure that doesn't happen.
Yes.
Regardless of where they are, you go to them.
We go there.
You'll find them.
Yeah.
And it all started here in Nassau and Suffolk, because we have some of the highest population, I think, other than California.
We're number 2.
We're number 2.
So if you're a contractor, anyone that's listening to this, that works on Long Island, that makes T-shirts, underwear, socks, we need you to step up to the plate and be there for organizations like General Needs and make those donations, or make goods specifically to handle 30, 40 veterans that you can put these items into a duffel bag and change their day to a better day when they receive it. Is there a classification that is difficult for you to get? I mean, is there?
We'll make it all happen.
You'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. The blessing, the bonus for General Needs guys, is I got to be friends with you guys. And that's really the bonus, what we're doing. You guys gave up your lives in many cases to serve our country. And for you guys to call me a friend is really, really special to us.
It's a total honor. We see what you're doing.
As we go through life, we meet people who influence our thoughts. We meet people who are willing to do. We meet people who are willing to sit on the sidelines and never do. Well, Lonnie, I've got to say, you've stepped up. You have gotten to the forefront of what needs to be done. With all of the veterans that you have enlisted to assist, and all of those you've assisted, I have to add that a couple of weeks ago, I had the pleasure of attending your 2nd annual gala. It was a marvelous event. I know it was highly successful, and I know that everything operates on bucks.
Wrap it up.
All right.
We all need money, and I just want everybody to be aware of General Needs. They have your information. It's been on screen. Get in contact. Do what you need to do. And let's see General Needs get even bigger and help even more veterans.
That's what we'll do. Thank you.
So I'd like to, at this point, since we're close, I'd like to bring our crew up behind the camera.
Lonnie.
Bring us up front. We have Mike Felix.